Hi everyone, I am Johnnyman, and welcome to a little preview of the Villagers Pillagers update that is going to be coming out soon for the Java edition. And what I'm playing in today is I'm actually playing in the latest snapshot that just came out January 24th. So I thought we'd take a look at some of the neat stuff that's in here. I'll probably get to see the Villagers and Pillagers soon, and I'll explain some of that in just a minute. But I thought I'd show off a few things that we can expect to see, and yeah, we'll just go from there. Okay, first and foremost, as you see, I am in one of the new villages, and one of the updates that's happening in Villagers and Pillagers is that the villages will all kind of have distinct looks depending on the biome that they're in. And so as you can see, we have some great different structures in here. The rooms are kind of furnished. I'll talk about that in just a second. And yeah, so we've got some great new building styles. Double doors, beds in them all. This one even has a second floor, stairs already up, another bed up here. So yeah, they've done a really good job making it look really, really cool. You probably saw that big thing in the background, and I'll talk about that in just a second. And that's somewhere where you really don't want to go right now, because that is actually an Pillager tower or fortress. And it's unfortunate that it's really close to this village, because they kind of came and attacked the village. I tried to defend and died a few times because I didn't have myself set up properly, and they have wiped out all the villagers. Now they still do show up, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a second. But what I thought I'd cover off today is just some of the new items that they're bringing in addition to obviously this wonderful new structures. And actually the villagers in each of the villages will actually be unique looking as well, so that for the villagers in this village, because it's in this spruce forest, if we go to another village, the villagers will look a little bit different, and they'll be tailored to that biome. So that's kind of a cool thing too. And hopefully we'll see that too if I can find another village. We got a nice little bell. It's kind of cool. And here, this is one of the first items I want to talk about. This is what's called a grindstone. And what this does is it's another way to repair your items, much like the anvil. But what this also will do is if you have an item with enchantments, you can pull out the enchantments. So, and again, it's non-cursing enchantments, but you can put an item in there if you want to pull an enchantment off, and you'll get a little bit of XP back for that. So it's kind of a way to reclaim some XP if you've been building up a weapon and you get a different enchantment, or even pull some enchantments off in case you want to merge like two swords with different enchantments, but you don't want all of them. Reduce the XP cost, that kind of thing. So this is just a way to do that, which is kind of cool. Villages now come with some of the items pre-done. So if we go in the village, we'll see here's another one. We've got a loom, and a loom is just it's a device for helping make banners a lot easier. So because there's a lot of flexibility now in terms of coloring and layering the banners. So this just provides a method to do that, which is kind of cool. And what else did I find in this village? I think it was in here. Yes, we've got, it's a cartography table for working with maps. But I'll probably maybe cover that again, cover that off in another video. Just wanted to show you that, which is kind of cool. And I don't recall. Oh, you see something there, but yes, there's nothing in here. This was the other thing that is really, really cool, is they've added in campfires. And so campfires can do multiple things. Obviously, it's a light source, and it's a little bit brighter, I think, than a torch, or pretty close to it. And they do send up, you see these wisps of smoke. They go up a certain distance. They go up, I think they say about 10 high, something like that. So you see they fade away. So they can be used as kind of markers and such. But there is something you can do with those. As I was saying, so with the campfires, so it does a couple things. First, it's a smoke signal. So you can use it as markers. So it's a neat way of seeing some waypoints, because maybe you won't see the light, but you'll be able to see the smoke going up. But what you can do, and I think I have, yes, I do. What you can do is you can put a hay bale underneath, and it will send up bigger smoke, and the smoke will go higher. So if we take a look and see how high the smoke is going, we can see it's kind of going up there. Whoa. Oh, that's just a squid over there. I was wondering, what is making that noise? What do we got here? Yeah, so we can see how high the smoke is going. So if we put a bale of hay underneath it, you'll see the smoke will get thicker, darker, and it'll go higher. Let's just watch this. All right, so look how high that's going. And that will then give you a nice big campfire. And you can use it to mark waypoints, or if you're on a map somewhere, you can kind of leave a trail of these and you can kind of find your way. It's kind of a neat. The other thing that campfires will do is, let's just get this ready. You can use it to cook food. Now, it will cook food slower than what you might be used to with, with the furnace, but still a nice way to cook it. And what it'll do is it'll spit it out when it's all done. So let's put some stuff on here. Put a couple potatoes and a couple pork chops. So there. Yes, and you obviously get hurt by touching it. Now, I think the cook time is about 30 seconds, but it's kind of neat. It's a nice way of being able to cook stuff if you don't want to make a furnace. Oh, there's the potatoes all done. And there's the pork chops all done. Oh, and I stood on the fire again. So there you go. So that's the campfire, which is kind of neat. And what I think I'm going to do is come up here. Something else I just found. There's some other food items. So there's some berries over here. Now, it's kind of like a thorny bush, so if you walk over it, you do get hurt. But they give you these little sweet berries, which you can then eat. Kind of cool. Another little food source. Nice. They've improved methods for cooking stuff in the furnace. Now, we saw it with the campfire, but they've also created two other things. One called a blast furnace and one called a smoker. So the blast furnace is for specifically dealing with metals and ores, and the smoker is specifically dealing for food. And what they do is they'll cook the items twice as fast as the oven will. Now, normally, if you remember, when you cook or smelt metals in the oven, you'll get experience points. If you cook them in the blast furnace, you'll get them twice as fast, but you'll only get half the experience points. So it's kind of a trade-off for, hey, you want it to go really quick? Well, here's what's going to happen. So what I'll do is let me just get a crafting table and make these and kind of show you what's going on. So let's put the crafting table, just put it over here. So to make a smoker, you need a furnace and you need stripped spruce logs. Now, if you remember for the stripped wood that was introduced a little while ago, instead of clicking to chop, if you click with the other button, you'll take the bark off and you'll create what's called stripped wood. And that's what you need for making a smoker. So you take a furnace and you take stripped wood and you just put one on each of those. And there you go. You've now got a smoker. And we'll put that beside right there. And much like the furnace, you put in a heat source, you put the food in, and you'll get the cooking going on. So I thought I'd do a little test with this, and I'll just kind of show you. So let's put a couple pieces of coal in there. Let's kind of get this all set up. And a couple pieces of coal in there. And I'll put a pork chop in there so it starts cooking. And let's put a pork chop in there. Whoops. And so we can kind of keep track. Like, look how fast that cooked. Did you see that? That's pretty cool. So that's what the smoker will do. And the equivalent for a blast furnace, if we come over here, there's our blast furnace. We'll grab that. Put that down. Again, we'll put some coal in there. And we'll do the same, this time with some iron. All right, so if we put, let's see, we put 4 pieces in there, and then we put the 4 pieces in there. We'll just watch a little bit. We see how, just watch how fast that arrow goes. Look how fast that is making it. So we're already at 2. And how are we over here? It's just starting the second one. 3. And we're almost done here. 4. So there's all 4. And if we come over here, it's still got 2 to go. So pretty fast. That's pretty cool. So some other neat cooking methods for your resources and such. That's kind of neat. I noticed a little glitch that they still might need to fix on this one is when you're running, if you run into a level but you haven't jumped, and if you're still pushing forward and you try to jump, it won't let you jump. You have to stop moving forward before you can jump up. So it's a little glitchy. Obviously, again, this is still a snapshot, so they're still cleaning it up, but they've been doing a pretty good job so far. over there at the tower, there are Illagers and Pillagers, and I don't know if we can get close enough for you to see them moving around. Now, they did come and they did do a raid, and so they do. They come and they raid the village. If you're in the village, then you gotta protect the village. Now, what happens is you can get cursed with what's called bad omen, and bad omen stays on you indefinitely unless you finish the raid and don't get recursed, or drink some milk, like with any other enchantments or whatever, to get rid of the stuff that's on you. Well, if you have bad omen on you and you enter a village, and a village is obviously any kind of structures with doors, it will trigger a raid, and the little status bar will come along the top, and there'll be a raid, and you have to take care of that raid. And the problem with that is sometimes in the raid, you could get recursed again. If you're able to finish the raid without getting recursed, the raid will be done, and you've kind of saved the village. But like I say, you can get recursed with bad omen, and you're still in the village, and so you'll trigger another raid. And so it becomes very hard to get out of that loop. And one of the other things, too, with the raids is some raids will just be Illagers and Pillagers, and they'll have the new crossbow that take, it's like the bow and arrow, just takes a little while to load, so it's a little slower. But sometimes they come in with I guess they're calling it the beast. And so there'll be somebody riding this big beast, and it takes a bit to take him down. So that's kind of cool, too. Okay, we're back out of creative mode. I've grabbed a few spawn eggs. So this will also give you a chance to see the different looks of the villagers, but let's just spawn in. There we go. See, take a look at them. Pretty cool. See? Different, and again, they will look different in the different villages that are in different biomes. And we got our farmer. Not so bad. Oh, you don't want anything? Okay. Oh, who are you? Oh, an armorer. Cool. Okay, let me just spawn in a few of these other ones. All right, how you doing? We got a Fletcher. He doesn't want anything. And a Butcher. Okay. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm trying to just get ever so close, because I want to see if somewhere one of them will actually curse me with that bad omen. Then when I go into the village, I'll actually kind of trigger a raid and they'll come in. I just don't know how close, and I don't see any guys around. Oh, somebody's seen me. And you see he's coming at me with his crossbow. Now remember that jump glitch I was talking about, where when you're right up against a block and you're running, it stops you from jumping up? And if you see, looks like he's kind of stuck, same sort of thing. I think he's trying to move forward, but the block is kind of locked him so he can't jump. So it looks like that logic applies to them as well. Interesting. If you watch it, it takes him a while to load his crossbow. See? All right. Well, they're not coming on their own right now, which is kind of disappointing. I really wanted you to see that. So I thought I'd see how close. Oh, there we go. There we go. That banner guy, I think he might be the one to possibly put the curse on me. There we go. Yep, bad omen. There we go. Oh, let's just take care of these guys. So I have bad omen on me. See? Bad omen. Ooh, bad omen too. Okay. Now, when I go in the village, this should trigger a raid. There we go. See? There's the bar at the top. Raid. So now the raid is coming. So what I'm going to do, let's get rid of the bad omen. Okay. So now I should just have to defeat the raid, and then we're good. Now it's just a matter of... And see, they're attacking the villagers. Where are they? Oh, there we go. So let's see if we can... Okay. There's going to be more, but where are they? Because that status bar along the top is basically how many... Kind of keeping track of how many people in the raid. Oh, there's another one over here. Okay. Oh, there's a lot there. And again, see, I think they're getting stuck on that jump bug, or else they would have been coming in. It's stuck. Like, look at this thing. When I did it the first time, there was a guy riding them. So let me just kind of take care of the beast. It's unfortunate that he got stuck. There we go. We finished the raid. Yeah, so you get a sense for some of the cool items that are coming in the update, along with seeing kind of a quick little glimpse of the villager and the raiding and the beast. Kind of neat to see. So yeah, there you go. So I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, please leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you want to see some more of what's coming in the latest Villagers and Illagers update. I'll gladly go over a few more things. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'd love to have you on board. And we will connect again later. Bye, everyone.